Sometimes a single sentence can strike harder than any illness. When love turns into mockery, even the strongest heart trembles. This story is based on real events. I was facing the changes of menopause, already fragile, when his cruel words turned my pain into humiliation. I had just returned from the doctor, still processing what it meant to enter this new stage of life. Fatigue, low immunity, restless night signs that any woman would recognize. When I shared my fears with him, I expected comfort. Instead, his face twisted into a smirk, as if my pain was nothing more than an inconvenience. He leaned back, arms crossed, and said, almost laughing, "You're just getting old. Next step is ordering a funeral plan." The words sliced through me deeper than silence ever could. The words hit me harder than I expected. For a moment, I froze, staring at him, searching for even the smallest sign of care. None came. He wasn't finished. "Next step is to order your funeral plan," he added, laughing at his own cruelty. The sound of his mockery still echoes in my memory. I felt my cheeks burn, not from anger, but from the sting of humiliation. It was as if he had stripped away my dignity in a single moment. Silence wrapped around me. My instinct was not to fight back, but to swallow the pain, to hide my trembling hands beneath the table. Moments like this are not isolated, they are patterns. And if you've ever felt belittled by someone close, you'll understand. Subscribe to hear more stories that unveil what happens behind closed doors. I kept quiet, but inside, a storm raged. How could the person I shared my life with treat me as if I were disposable, as if my worth had expired with age? I remembered the young woman I once was, full of fire dreams and energy. I asked myself, had all of that really faded away, or had he simply chosen not to see it? The psychological wound ran deeper than the physical symptoms I carried. His words whispered that I was no longer enough, no longer desirable, no longer valuable. I watched him walk away casually, as if nothing had happened. For him, it was just a joke. For me, it was a scar being carved into my soul. That night, I lay in bed, unable to sleep. His words replayed again and again, merging with every insecurity I had kept hidden. I thought about my daughter. How could I ever let her believe that this was normal? I wanted her to see strength, not silence. So I wiped my tears and began to rebuild myself in small steps. If he saw menopause as the end, I would choose to see it as a transition one that could give me wisdom, not weakness. I decided to no longer measure my worth through his eyes. His contempt revealed more about him than about me. Every cruel word he spoke became a stone, and I chose to use those stones to build a stronger foundation for myself and for my daughter. Menopause is not a curse, and it is not the end. It is a natural stage of life, and it does not erase beauty, vitality, or value. His words were meant to diminish me, but instead they taught me where my strength truly lies. Every woman carries stories of battles within her own body, and those battles do not make us less, they make us more. They show courage, resilience, and the ability to transform pain into power. If someone tries to label you as old, remember that age is not a prison. It is proof that you have survived, endured, and grown. I walked away from his mockery not weaker, but stronger. And this strength no one can ever take away.